Hello everyone, it's Jeanette here from Enthusiastic Garden, and now I promised that I would try a bonsai out of this, which is an Alberta spruce, and it was one of the Christmas trees either side of my front door. You may remember that I tried to make a spiral topiary of the other one, which I don't think for my first attempt was too bad. Lots of modifications are needed, but I'm leaving it alone for the moment, and I'm going to have a go at making a bonsai out of this, which I have never done before. And I do not want you to think this is a how-to tutorial video, because I would not presume that I know all about bonsais. I have never done a bonsai in my life before. So you have to start somewhere, don't you? And I've watched many videos of a wonderful man called Peter. Herons Bonsai is the name of his channel. He is so lovely. He's been doing bonsais for absolutely years, and I can just sit there and watch one video after another. It is just compelling viewing, and if you want to take your mind off all your troubles, watch Peter on Herons Bonsai. But I'm going to give it a go. All I need is one of these. I need some little fine pruners. I need some bigger secateurs. I have ordered the bonsai wire, which you can get in all different thicknesses, and I have got the 2.5mm, which is the one that he used. He did a bonsai on the exact same tree, so that's why I'm thinking it will be okay. Obviously, because of the sturdiness of the stem, we're not going to be able to twist that into a crooked shape, unfortunately, because it's too big and rigid. You can do that on more flexible stems, which I will be trying. I have the nearest looking thing to a bonsai tray. This is probably far too deep. We probably could do with being half as deep as that, but that's what I've got. And I've got some of this soil to put in, so let's have a go. Let's put those down. We don't need those at the moment. Oh, and I forgot to mention two very important things: a little turntable and a strong cup of coffee. Very necessary. And of course, my glasses. The first thing we need to do is take it out of the pot. And we need to take off a lot of soil, which is why we need this. And you have to expose the root. So that's the starting point. And then we just need to get a little pot just to prop it in. Right, the first thing I'm going to do is cut off quite a lot of the branches below, because we want it to be a tall stem, a tall trunk. Now the other thing we need to do is we do not need this tall. This is far too tall for a bonsai. So you have to make the decision to chop the top off, and I'm going to use one of these, possibly this one, to be the new leader. So it is coming off completely, all of that gone. So I'm going to take those two there and I'm going to wire them, and what you have to do is take a piece of wire, put it around the tree like that, and this branch here, it goes around this branch here. And then of course, once you've done that, you can bend them in any shape you like. But we could do the bending later. The next thing you need to do is to find another stem at the back which we can put down, and you always wire 2 stems together. So I've got 3 here. We don't want them close together, so do I want this one, or this one? Well, I think we definitely need this one, and I think we'll get rid of this middle one. That can go. Then we can wire these 2. And on secateurs, I'm sure you all know this, but there's a little notch right at the edge, and that's where you can cut wire. So we go around the tree and then around this one and around this one. I'm going to take my gloves off, I think. Then that can come down and that can come down. And then basically we work all the way around, choosing which ones to wire. Now this one, if I did that there, you can see it's too close to that one. We don't want that. So I need to look for the next 2. The next 2 I need are probably, I would say, these 2. You always wire 2 together. That's the principle. So I'm wiring this one and I'm wiring this one. Always looks easier on the videos. But for a tree that I didn't even particularly want to put in my garden, because I don't really want conifers that just grow and grow and grow. Because I took down conifers before because they've got too big, so I don't want to plant new ones. I don't want this little tiny one, and I don't want this little bit here, and I don't want that little bit there. Right, and we're going to train those into a peculiar shape after. We have a nice one there and a nice one there, and if we did those, they're not too close to the ones below. So let's get rid of that. And we will do these 2 there. Now we're getting near the top now, but I'm not to worry about the top, Peter says, until you get there. Just concentrate on the next 2 all the time. Don't worry about further up until you get there. So each time you just pull down 2 and think, is that too near that one? Which I would say yes. So that's a go. This is the worst bonsai you've ever seen. In fact, I'm going to call my video that. The worst bonsai video you have ever seen. But you know what? I've had a go, haven't I? We can train it into peculiar shapes, can't we? It can look interesting. So I have a lot to learn. Yes, I have a lot to learn. Okay, never mind. Okay, I cannot lie. I believe this is the worst bonsai you've ever seen. But I had a go and I stopped the video because I thought I'm not going to put this out on my channel. But you know what? I've had a go. And you have to start somewhere, don't you? But anyway, I'm going to pot it up. And I think if I pot it up, well, it's a memory of my first attempt anyway. What you do is you get the holes, you put the wires like this, because that is going to secure the bonsai to the pot. We need to put some soil in first. Then what you do is you tie it in, because then it won't fall over. Then you'll put some more soil in. Okay, I've got a couple of stones which I'm going to just nestle in, just the one. And I have some moss here, and I got this idea of collecting moss from Angie Salazar from Garden Obsession. She's a lovely friend of mine and she went out picking moss. So I thought, what a great idea, Angie. We chatted about that, because she washes it all first. She's got a lovely video, so you can have a look at her video on what she did. But I think it just hopefully makes it look a little more Japanesey. Anything will help, that's for sure. And I washed it all exactly as she suggested. So if you want to see what she did, she went out foraging and I just copied her. I just seem to have just about enough, really. So I think that does actually finish it off quite nicely. Makes it look a little bit more authentic. This is possibly the weirdest and most peculiar and even worse bonsai you've ever seen. It was far more difficult than I imagined, but I carried on and I wanted to give it a go, and so I changed a beautiful, perfectly good Alberta spruce into this rather weird looking bonsai, but it was my first go. This is the result. So for those of you who did stick around to the end, kudos to you. I hope you enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun making it. This is not my last bonsai, it was just my first attempt, and I've learned from it and I will improve with a little bit of luck. I hope you're having fun in your gardens, and take care now, and I'll see you again very, very soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.